I was recently talking with a merger and acquisition specialist, and we were discussing a lot of different elements with respect to companies. And one of the things that came up was retirement plans, how they all work together. But that really got me thinking that as an executive, you may actually be not understanding all the different dynamics of your retirement plans. And that's where we can actually be using some different techniques to help smooth out the amount of income that you have on a yearly basis. So what this is really looking at here is that you may have bonus opportunities, you may have higher compensation in general, or you may actually be having stock options and restricted stock units that are granted to you. Well, because of that, your income may actually be higher this year than say in future years. So one of the best ways that we look to smooth out some of this income is taking advantage of the plans that you already have in place. So with this, we're already assuming that you're above some of those limits for traditional IRA contributions that are pre-tax, but you still have the ability to go into your 401k and put money aside. So what that looks like for 2025, if you're under the age of 50, you can put $23,500 away pre-tax. Well, what ends up happening then is that may not be enough. So you can actually have catch-up provisions if you are over the age of 50. So that's an additional $7,500 that you can be putting away into your 401k pre-tax this year. Now, what's new for 2025 is that we have additional catch-ups provisions that have been put into place by the Secure Act 2.0. And this is saying that if you are over the age of 60, you can be putting away $11,250 instead of just the $7,500. So that's an additional amount that goes into your 401k pre-tax. And that doesn't actually have to matter then if we are over or under those limits. So what this looks like for you is that, again, that may not be enough. Well, we have a $70,000 cap, an overall limit. So this includes your 401k contributions. This includes the employer matches, any profit sharing that has been placed into your 401k. Well, we also have the ability to go into the remaining portion without having to worry about that element. We can go up to the $70,000 max, but it has to be after tax. So we can continue to keep contributing after tax to your 401k. I understand that's not helpful for this year, but the benefit to you is that you can actually be using that money to go into a backdoor Roth IRA in the future. So then we can actually be converting and using that for tax-free growth going forward. Now, from there, the other elements that we work on is the fact that you may actually have some plan limits that put into place deferred compensation. And what this will do is start to work more and more with your current income, how we can be reducing it today and be putting money aside for the future and for future use. So what this then will say is that we can be paying FICA tax, so think Medicare, Social Security, those types of things today. But we defer the income of it and the taxation of that until a future time. And that usually is retirement. Well, then you'll actually be starting to be paid out that money either on a monthly basis or a lump sum that we can be putting into different types of accounts just designed for that. So this is a great way to reduce your income, especially if we have other sources that are going to put you over the limits or put you in ways that we need to be working with the difference in there. And as you can tell, there's a lot going on here with the building I'm in, and it just goes to show you that there's always people around, there's always things going on, and that's actually a really good thing, in spite of some of the elements of the economy, in spite of some of the things that are going on with layoffs. There's a lot of activity that's happening, and that is the fact that now we can be coming back, putting money aside into those plans pre-tax, and that's a great thing for you as you are looking to work with your income. So that's just one element that I think you would like to consider for the future. And as you need help and want additional information, please feel free to reach out and we'd be happy to talk. Take care.